My name is Arun Jagtiani, and I'm a proud St. Martin. In a few short weeks, our country is going to be heading to the polls to elect 15 new members to Parliament. There's 126 candidates from 9 different political parties that are contesting this election, and I think the entire voting population could benefit from knowing a little bit more about who these candidates are. Over the next few days, I'm going to interview a few new faces and a few political veterans. So join me, St. Martin, and let's talk politics. Some of the things you just said, actually, you come from a construction background.
Yep.
You also wanted to highlight the importance of some of the local family names.
Yep.
So let's touch on the water plants.
Yes, nice.
So not so long ago, I believe on the Oral Gibbs show, you revealed some plans that are going to happen across from the water plant square,
exactly.
which to me I found quite exciting. Could you touch on that? Maybe explain what that project entails?
What we noticed in the past year by water plants was a lot of tourists start to like the feeling of sitting on a terrace, and when the boats divert them down to that smaller pier, they love the idea that they were sitting down and enjoying the Caribbean sun and everything while and take. The men loved it because the women were not in the jewel stores, so they will go lay down. They'll go lay down on the beach. It's a more relaxed atmosphere.
Yes.
So they were like, you know, this is nice. Then the locals start to interact, and it became more and more popular down there. But the problem is, why it didn't grow as fast as it could was parking. Right. So the harbor started to talk about how can we get with parking. So the idea came up, we should put a parking garage.
Yes.
And then with the minister and her team, they came up with, why don't we interact the STA building with it? Like that, yes. Financially you can cope it together. The STA, tourism, right there in the heart of the tourism industry, with the parking, let's put a building. Then we start to hear a lot of hoteliers looking for the building,
location, the next new hot spot.
You know, there's a lot of people just operate, but they don't own the building. So they say, if you own the building, we put our tag on it, we fill it for you. So we decide, let's come up with a concept, win-win-win situation. Parking garage, estate building, hotel. And that's the concept what you saw that on our game.
Exciting, exciting. So that's moving forward.
That's moving forward. That's in the planning stages.
Okay.
Hopefully by next year we'll be groundbreaking.
Excellent, excellent. So I know you're somebody that doesn't shy away from controversy. So let's talk about a few things that have been making headlines recently.
Yep.
So just a couple days ago, I read in the paper the St. Martin Marine Trade Association had a few things to say about the Port of St. Martin, specifically about their involvement in the Simpson Bay Lagoon.
Yep.
And the role of SLAC was, let's say, being questioned by SMTA. And then there was a rebuttal from the port saying that there's not been proper communication from the other side. How familiar are you with that situation, and what's your take on what's going on?
I'm not familiar, but I'll just give, as they say, a little stupid man from a religion. I'll just give my opinion on that.
Fair.
At the end of the day, certain areas is government and must be regulated always by government. You cannot leave those things fall in private hands because it gets out of hand. The association, whatever they are, they're running a business. All due respect for them, but at the end of the day, they don't take care of the people's business. They're running their individual business for profit.
Yes.
Good. The SLAC come in there, seeing the SLAC like if the SLAC is holding competition with them. Now, as I said, just a stupid little Milleridgean man giving his comments. There's only one company is allowed to sell electricity.
Yes.
It's GBEE.
Correct.
These marinas are selling electricity to the yachts.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
Come on, you know that.
I wasn't aware of that, no.
They plug and they get charged.
Right.
So that should be regulated by government through an entity like the SLAC. There's so much boats come in and out, is not being charged the right way. There's these sailboats just come, drop anchor, is not mooring to a mooring or something like that. They don't care about that. They care about their only core business, which is the marine business. All due respect, they build that business to an awesome business.
Absolutely.
I love what they see. I praise them. I praise them for what they're doing. But they must understand, beyond their moorings and beyond their piers, there is the lagoon, and there's other things, and there's pollution, and there's criminality going on in there.
Sure.
And who's going to be able to handle that? You must have an entity who have the concession to be able to handle all this stuff. And that's why I believe in the SLAC.
Fair. Okay.
And you know, I wonder what's another thing is something I'm getting tired of on this island. Whenever something don't go people's way, it's always some criminal involvement. It's always they're busy doing some hanky-panky. They're doing this and they find a way in the newspapers, saliva on it, and then right away throws our island in negativity.
In a negative light.
You know, and that's the sad part what we are today when people feel like, oh, let's use the media and make it look like a real nice story to make it seem more than it is.
Right.
At the end of the day, you do a business, you should respect the government side. I always say, never fight the White House.
Yeah, okay.
You understand?
True,
because the White House is the foundation that made your business where it is today.
Right.
Because if government
I thought you were talking about the other White House. No, I'm just kidding.
No, if government did not make the opportunities available for your business couldn't thrive.
Correct, correct.
So you must respect if government is coming with an entity and respect how government is coming and just fit in with it. Operate accordingly. Don't try to bash and think because you want to play political games with it. I don't like that at all. You know.
I appreciate the honest answer from the streets of Middle Region.
Yes.
I won't say a silly man. I'll say from the streets of Middle Region.
Yeah.
A couple other things I want to touch on real quick. We're tight on time. Tell me about Rolando Brison. This is a story that made a lot of headlines.
Yes.
Let me hear your side.
I'll say it in 2 words. Awesome kid. Awesome kid.
Yeah.
I won't divert from him. I'll stick with him. I'll go through everything with him. And I'll say it now on this program because I need to say it. I don't have it in my hand, but a stone.
Yes.
Imagine a stone in your hand. And someone will tell you, Arun, if you did not sin, cast the first stone. So you think...
I've heard that somewhere before.
You think anyone that wrote anything against Rolando Brison could cast the stone? There's only one man could have cast that stone on earth was Jesus Christ himself. So none of them was able to cast that stone. So how dare they judge that kid? I will stand by him. I will be there for him. And he will be the next director of the STA.
First director.
First director. And I think we should not kill our youth. We should push them all the way through. And he's the first of this, and he won't be the last, because my goal is to keep pushing younger directors because someone have to take over. Right. You know, too long we have these older generations, they're becoming fossils and they don't want to give up. Me and all, I'm turning 50 this year, God's willing, and I believe I'm getting a little too old because
transition
of course. So you have to be honest with yourself and say, give one another chance and stop playing politics and destroying children.